Good morning, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. Welcome to this thing that I do called Thor's Entertainment. I am Thor, and happy holidays to anyone checking out this video. This is going to be one of two sort of holiday related videos. I am releasing both of those today for Fatal Friday. And these Fatal Friday videos are where I go into the Kombat League for Mortal Kombat 1 and I try to earn fatalities and brutalities. Now for this second video, I am trying out a new character. I am breaking out the character Sub-Zero for the very first time. I will be pairing him up with the Kameo fighter Sareena, and since it is the holiday season that focuses on snowy and icy weather, Sub-Zero felt like an incredibly appropriate choice to do another video with. And adding on to that, we are also going to be doing his Snowball Brutality. I mean, what could be better for the holiday season than a snowball fight Mortal Kombat style? Oh, it is also worth mentioning that this was recorded during Season 2 for Mortal Kombat 1. And the reason that is kind of relevant is because the last update for Season 3, well, that just happened last week, and after that update, Sub-Zero changed in some subtle but very important ways. Sub-Zero ended up getting increased damage, and he also got some frame data changes on his overhead launcher specifically, so that actually increases his combo potential. And also his ice clones, if they freeze the opponent, that person stays frozen longer. So yeah, Sub-Zero got better after the patch, and I am not playing that better version of Sub-Zero. I am playing the old version of Sub-Zero, so the gameplay that you're going to see for him, it might be a little bit different than what people are doing with him now. It is just super ironic that I got all these Sub-Zero fatalities and brutalities recorded, and then about a week later the creators of Mortal Kombat 1 went ahead and made him so much better. And had I have just waited one more week, those fatalities and brutalities would have been a lot easier for me to get. That's alright though, I enjoyed the challenge. And although Sub-Zero was kind of considered probably one of the worst characters in the game back in Season 2, whenever I was playing as Sub-Zero, it really didn't feel like he was all that bad. And picking up wins with Sub-Zero really wasn't any more difficult than any of the other characters I've used so far. In fact, Sub-Zero is nowhere near the hardest character that I've had to use. I'd say the hardest one that I had to learn and use for me personally was Natara. And after her, I'd probably say Quan Chi was also kind of tricky to use. Granted, not as hard as Natara, but still a little bit difficult. But after I got used to Quan Chi, winning with him really wasn't that bad either. Natara stayed kind of a challenge. I ended up getting pretty good with her, but, I wouldn't exactly call fights with Natara easy. In any case, Sub-Zero was much easier to use than both of them, so I am definitely not going to be complaining in his videos. But alright, I mentioned earlier that we will be doing the Snowball Brutality, and what is the Snowball Brutality? Well, it is kind of the hardest brutality to get with Sub-Zero, I think. I mean, it's not super difficult, but out of all of them, I'd say it's probably the hardest. In order to get this brutality, you have to be at least jumping distance away from the enemy, and then you just have to deplete their health using a Sub-Zero Ice Ball. Now, what makes that part kind of hard is just keeping the distance away from the enemy, staying far enough away. And then there's the fact that the Ice Ball does not do very much damage, so the enemy will need to already be pretty close to death. Now again, I don't think it is that difficult to do. It's definitely nowhere near as difficult as Natara's Blood Bolt Brutality. That one has a lot more stipulations to it, and this one is pretty straightforward. Oh, and by the way, I finally got that damn thing. It took me forever using Natara, but I finally did get the Blood Bolt Brutality, so expect to see that video sometime in the future. Anyway, enough about Natara. Yeah, the Snowball Brutality is the one that we are shooting for, and I'm actually pretty happy that I got a fight against Kitana, because I felt like against a person like her, it would be a little bit easier to pick up the Snowball Brutality. And the reason I say that is because Kitana is kind of a zoning character, so anyone using her is generally going to be wanting to keep their distance anyway, so trying to keep her at jumping distance so you can do the Ice Ball should not be much of a problem. Generally speaking, she is already going to be at that distance for you. Alright, she's almost dead, go ahead and throw the snowballs.
Brutality! Sub-Zero wins.
And there it is. That was the Snowball Brutality for Sub-Zero. And as you saw, I got the person to very low health, and then I just started throwing ice balls over and over and over again. I was not 100% sure how much damage the ice balls were doing to Kitana, so I didn't want to get her too low on health and accidentally kill her with some other attack. So you probably saw me throwing the ice balls like at least 20 seconds before I actually got the brutality. In fact, Kitana had time to get out of the corner, go all the way to the center of the stage, and then get all the way back in the corner before I finally landed the very last killing ice ball. Or excuse me, it was the brutality version, so this Snowball. But alright, that is going to do it for me today in this Fatal Friday video. We got the Snowball brutality, and we got to live up to the theme of the holidays. But alright, this has been Thor's Entertainment, and I am Thor. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy the next one. Take care, and I will see you next time.
Brutality. Sub-Zero wins.